How does a great morning start? It starts with a nice breakfast for just $5 while enjoying the sunrise. I went to downtown Funchal again, as the day before I didn't have the chance to see all attractions yet, so I decided to walk back to the center and enjoy this beautiful city again. Check out my previous video if you want to see what I did the day before. My first stop was the Church of St. John. The church was built in the 17th century and is one of the most beautiful Portuguese churches of its time. Also, for just €1 you can walk up to the roof of the church. From the top you have a great view over the town square and the surrounding area. My next stop was the farmer's market. I was even early enough to see the fish market. The most prominent fish you will find on Madeira is the black scabbard fish. You will find it in almost every restaurant on the island. And again, I stocked up on some tropical fruits that Madeira offers. I also walked through the Rua de Santa Maria, a street that is famous for its painted doors and murals. The place is full of restaurants, cafes, and various shops selling art, crafts, and souvenirs. If you keep walking, you'll reach the Santiago fort, which was built at the beginning of the 17th century. I came across a small restaurant, and as I got hungry already, I decided to go for a picado. The meal consists out of beef pieces and a sauce out of mushrooms, white wine, and tomatoes. Very simple, but also really delicious. I really enjoyed the sunny moment, just relaxing and observing the local fishermen repairing the boats and nets. That was some great lunch, a nice break. The sun came out, so it's amazing. And I think now I'm ready for the cable car to go up the hill. The cable car leads from the outskirts of the city center up to Monte to the Largo das Babosas station, which lays on 560 meters above sea level. The ride is over 3 kilometers long and takes around 15 minutes. It offers astonishing views from the bird's eye perspective over the city of Funchal and the entire area. Due to the current situation and the shortage of tourists, you will have the entire cabin for yourself, which currently makes it a very fancy and unique experience as you feel like a VIP. The ride costs €11 per direction, but in my opinion it's worth the money, as it is a very exclusive experience that you will be rewarded with. In Monte you will find a very special form of transportation, the Monte sledge. Two carriers wearing white uniforms control the sledge ride by making use of their boots. The rides will resume again once the season has started. On top of the hill you will find the Monte Sanctuary of Nossa Senhora. Construction started in 1741, but just 7 years later an earthquake destroyed the entire progress. Therefore the church wasn't finished until 1818. Traditional wooden ceiling, several altars and chapels, as well as a lot of statues of different saints make it a truly beautiful experience visiting the church. No matter if you're religious or not, it's worth to see the place anyway due to its beautiful architecture, the amazing views from the top of Monte, and to see the impressive staircase leading to the entrance of the church. Okay, enough of the sightseeing, it's time to start the hike of the day. Instead of taking the cable car back to Funchal, I decided to hike down the Joao Gomes Valley. I was told, however, that due to the storms that hit the island between late December and early January, parts of the path have been damaged. I still decided to risk it. At first it seemed like the damage wasn't that severe, but that changed gradually as I continued the hike. Various trees and landslides have blocked the path, so I had to climb over and under the obstacles, or in some cases walk around them. I was not expecting this big of a damage. It is not the first time that the Joao Gomes Valley got exposed to the forces of nature. In August 2016, a wildfire has destroyed the surrounding forests. Impressively, the vegetation, in particular the eucalyptus tree, is steadily spreading out again in this valley, and it seems like nature is recovering from that disaster. Totally normal.
Easy.
After some time, the landscape changed. You will be passing by various waterfalls and you will start seeing the Levadas de Madeira. These irrigation channels were built in the mid-17th century and are basically proof of the enormous efforts made to divert large amounts of water from the mountains to the slopes and valleys. The path leads under the highway bridge, which is also an indication that you are slowly approaching civilization again. As you gradually approach towards Funchal, you will be enjoying amazing views over the city. Eventually, I arrived at the outskirts of Funchal. Let me give you an advice. Don't try to take a shortcut in one of the small streets, as you will probably end up in a dead end or in someone else's backyard. Just decided. I was glad that downtown Funchal lays at the bottom of the valley, as some of the surrounding hills are very steep and I wouldn't like to walk them up, especially after a hike.
So, I'm about to arrive back to the center. There is one thing I want to do, which is having a haircut. So I will try to get one here.
Given the fact that the barber didn't speak a single word in English, I was quite satisfied with the result, and also I just paid $8 for the cut. Let's move on to dinner. As a drink, I ordered poncha maracuya, which is a traditional Madeiran alcohol mixed out of sugarcane, brandy and passion fruit. When taking the first bite of my meal, I burnt my tongue so badly you can't even imagine. Anyway, remember earlier when I was talking about the black scabbard fish? Well, that's exactly what I've ordered. The meal is called peixe espada con banana, and it's basically deep-fried fish with banana and passion fruit. The combo might sound a little weird, but to be honest, this is the best meal I had during this stay on Madeira. Give it a try, and I promise you won't be disappointed. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to follow my journeys. My next video is about hiking at the rocky coastline in the east of Madeira, so make sure to check that out as well. See you next time.